CNC Speedwell in the West Midlands. We're going to go inside and find out how ABB Robotics have worked closely with them to not only improve productivity but improve efficiency as well. CNC Speedwell in Brownhills is a fantastic success story for UK manufacturing. Not only that, but automation and embracing that automation. So first of all, Richard, a little bit about the group and what you actually do, please.
Okay, we're part of the Castings PLC group. We have a turnover of approximately £25 million, employing 350 people and about 120 machining centres of various different types. So horizontal, vertical milling, turning, and thus like.
The whole lot. It's really, I must say, it's a really impressive site. And what are you producing?
We're producing predominantly iron components, brackets, manifolds, engine parts for the commercial vehicles predominantly, but some automotive.
And keeping ahead of China all the time by the sound of it.
Yes, very much so.
Now, having done a bit of research and got that, you are very much into automation from going back to Piece 26, is that right?
That's correct. That was our first attempt with automation to support the loading of the larger castings onto machining centres.
So that was taking it from the original, sort of the foundry, from the original casting and loading that, that's correct?
That's correct.
That was your first experience of automation. You now have, you have an ABB automation line, or assembly line as well. So ABB cell here is not the first time you've used ABB, but what does the assembly line actually do?
The assembly line assembles 3 manifolds together and pressure tests. The ABB aspect of that is the conveyor belt of the material in and out of the cell.
Okay. Again, just streamlining that process and making it all more efficient, I'm assuming.
Yeah, exactly. Taking the manual work out of it and the heavy lifting.
Okay. Now, this is your latest acquisition and move into automation. What's going on here and how have ABB helped you?
Okay, ABB have given us a full solution for machine tending so that we load the raw material on the top conveyor belt. The robot picks the raw material and loads and unloads the fixtures. It deburrs the parts and it washes the parts before putting them onto the bottom conveyor to exit the cell.
I noticed though that the robot's not moving all the time, is that right? I mean, surely you want that moving all the time?
No, it's not critical to have the robot moving all the time. The important thing is that the machine doesn't stop. It's a twin pallet machining centre, and provided it is cutting metal, that is what we are aiming to achieve.
Okay. What about manpower? Because there's always a question, I'm going to lose jobs and things like that.
We traditionally run with 1 operator per machine, or maybe 1 operator per 2 machines. This will allow us to stretch that to possibly 3, 4 or 5 machines per operator. But we're quite confident that we will redeploy the excess labour elsewhere in the factory where we are short of labour, and the labour that remains will be upskilled to do additional things like tool changing and tending the robot.
You're using this system, ABB have helped you integrate it. What about the guys learning to program it and actually use the robot cell?
Before we had this cell delivered, we had 3 guys in Sweden for a week on quite an intensive training course, and we continue to receive good support from ABB UK as we learn with the system.
Okay, but ultimately easy to use?
Yes, the actual interface for day-to-day use is easy. The programming itself takes a little bit more to get into.
So rather than just loading these components all day, every day, which I can imagine is quite monotonous, you're going to be upskilling them?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So far with the integration of this the ABB Robotics system, which is the SC3000XL, if I'm correct?
That's correct.
Get that right. But in terms of actually the solution, how have ABB worked with on that side of things?
Okay, this is our pilot cell, which is the way we tend to do it. We had a pretty good idea of what we wanted to achieve with putting a raw casting in the front and getting a machine deburred and washed part coming out the other end. And I think we were probably 90% successful in what we wanted to achieve, working with ABB.
Like I say, this is the first cell. I mean, this is an absolutely fantastic machine shop facility, really. 120 machines?
Yeah, that's correct.
So I can expect next time we come here to have a whole bank of ABB robots down here?
That's the plan. We will replicate this template across the SW400s that we have, where the volume of the jobs dictate.
Richard, great endorsement really of ABB manufacturing in the UK as well though, so thank you very much.
Thank you.